You know exactly what time it is. It's time for that Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Today, we gotta talk about Charleston White, man. It never fails. Charleston White continues to be disrespectful at the most inappropriate times to be disrespectful. Like when we lose somebody, the last thing the family of the loved one that's gone want to see over the internet or want to hear in the wind is disrespect toward the one that's no longer here. You see what I'm saying? Me included, and anybody else out there in the world, we gonna all feel the same if somebody disrespect our loved one that's no longer here. Rest in peace to Luv Enchanting, 1017 artist who recently ended up on life support and passed. You know what I mean? Condolences to her family. This is never a platform where we disrespect people's loved ones when they no longer here. You know what I'm saying? We got real respect. We men of honor. We really for the culture. It's not about tearing one another down. We trying to throw out in the atmosphere how much we need to fix what's broken. The village need to come back together, right? But let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to show y'all this real quick about Charleston White and what he said about Luv Enchanting. Let's get into it. This where this shit got tricky, because Charleston White went to Instagram and said, "This young lady is from my city. I'm very familiar with her rap success, and it wasn't a success at all. I mentioned her situation years ago. She was a F-toy with the talent who hardly put out music but posted a lot of social media pictures. If someone passed doing what they like to do, which is getting high, then why should anyone be sad for that person? She died a dope fiend, just like the rest of them in the music industry. I told y'all they was just cutting on her and wasn't putting no music out." Now, for me personally, what she did, what she didn't do, what she didn't accomplish, what she did inside the walls of the new 1017 or in her personal life, that's not my problem. That's not my issue. It shouldn't be his neither. And he don't really hold the right to sit there and call her a tweaker. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like that's out of pocket. You feel me? Now you can't tell me that, once again, Charleston White, you kind of started off the whole post on Instagram with courtesy and being mindful, but the second half of that post he could have left out, because like I said, what about her parents? What about her sisters and brothers, her siblings if she got them? What about her aunties and uncles, her grandparents, the ones that love Enchanting? To have to see this over the internet, man. Now, this is what I don't like about YouTube. This is what I don't like about social media. This is what I don't like about a lot of things when it comes to the media atmosphere and people's opinion being so free to be embraced by the world, because you can say something disrespectful and controversial and the world will pick it up and embrace it, versus embrace and be sympathetic towards certain people and certain things that happen to those people and their families. You know what I'm saying? We got to do a little bit better than that. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter what somebody go and do that puts them in a situation where they lose their life, right? We should never get on these platforms. It's no different than Chicago drill rappers going back and forth dissing each other ops that's no longer here. It's almost that form of disrespect, you know what I'm saying? And we grown. We are not young. We ain't 21, 22. We grown. We need to do better, bruh. Charleston White need to do better. Sometimes he need to put a chastity belt on his own mouth, because sometimes he say things, and I understand it's for the clicks and the views and the controversy, but understand sometimes what you saying, it's affecting people that ain't did nothing to you. It's affecting people that loved that particular person that you speaking on. Be mindful of that. Secondly, We got to talk about King Von's sister. She want to be King Von so bad. Do you not realize that if King Von never got famous as an artist and his reputation in the street was enhanced by his come up in the rap game as well, you know what I'm saying, as far as to the industry. Now see, it be stuff like this that Charleston White will go do that'll make people that are connected to these people he making a mockery of respond. So I can understand that coming from King Von's sister. But at the end of the day, that don't put you in a situation where you could play King Von or act like King Von. You ain't King Von. You're not a man. You gotta stay in a female place at the end of the day. Defend your brother by all means, but at some point, you gotta understand these people are men. But once again, like I said, Charleston White will do some things that'll draw a reaction from those people. You feel what I'm saying? And seeing something like this, where you know you mourn your brother every day, that's something you gotta deal with every day. And to see somebody that's on social media all day being a comedian really tap into your reality and go do something like this, take a picture with Lil Tim, I could see why she responded. King Von never got famous as an artist, and his reputation in the street was enhanced by his come up in the rap game as well, you know what I'm saying, as far as to the industry, as to who King Von was. You would be nothing. So why is you always pulling your phone out and disrespecting dudes and making these posts disrespecting dudes? You make it seem like a dude that won't smoke with another dude. So if you see people out and about and you try to approach these men and you act in a manner as if the way you be talking about these people, and then they do something to you, we can't sit on this platform. We ain't gonna sit on this platform and listen to you cry about it. We ain't gonna be sympathetic about it. You being real disrespectful. You out of pocket about a lot of things, man. Enjoy your life, man. Let your brother rest. Most importantly, rest in peace, King Von. It just seemed like ever since she got that little necklace from 50 Cent, you ain't been able to tell her shit. And that's wrong. That's what's wrong with today's version of women now. They want to be masculine instead of feminine. Y'all need to get back to being feminine. We don't want to sit up with no cigar, tough talking, rough around the edges, making bust downs in the kitchen like me when I came home from prison type of broad. So in this case, whatever Charleston White says back in response to Kayla, it was needed and it was necessary, because at the end of the day, man, she need to be put in her place about a lot of stuff, man. We understand that King Von was your brother, but you gotta let men deal with men's situations. You putting your feet in a place they don't belong, and eventually, when you approach the wrong person, it's gonna go south. That's all I'm saying. But far as Charleston White talking about Luv Enchanting, it was disrespectful. I'm never going to agree with it. We don't condone it over here at this time for that culture for the streets. You know what time it is, and we ain't never on that type of time, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's time for that culture for the streets. We for the culture, man. You got to keep it real, and we going to keep it real every day, 24/7, 48/14, man. We out of here.